This video is a Year 5 video and it's designed to help you complete Geometry Task 9 from your home learning pack. So by the end of this video, hopefully you'll be able to answer this learning question with a yes. So can I draw the image of a shape after reflecting it in a horizontal or a vertical mirror line? You can also see here in bullet points that I've listed some of the key vocabulary that I will be explaining as we go along. So we have transformation, reflective symmetry, reflect, reflection or image, mirror line, horizontal, vertical, diagonal, shape or object, and vertex, or the plural of vertex is vertices. You can also see here that I have some words, mirror writing, and the dotted line is the mirror line. So if we were to place a mirror here and reflect the original object, the writing, this is what the reflection or the image would look like. Can you see what has happened to the original writing? So the M here is the furthest away from the mirror line, and the reflected image M is also the furthest away from the mirror line. And if we look at the G, we can see what's happened to the G is that it's flipped over, it's turned over. So if you look in a mirror, you can see your own image reflected back at you. You, the object, and your image appear to be the same distance and the same angle away from the mirror. So here, if you look, we can see a right-angled triangle. This is the original object, and its reflection here, its image, after it's been reflected in a mirror line. So if I just put the object there, so if I placed a mirror on this mirror line, the reflective side facing the object, and then this is what I would see in the mirror. It's the image. We can see that the image is the same distance away from the mirror line as the original object. So if we look at just this vertex here, this corner here, it's 1 away from the mirror line, 1 in the original object, and with the image, it's also 1 away from the mirror line. The other important thing is to remember when we think back to the writing is that we need to flip or turn the object over when we reflect it. So you can see there that it has been flipped or turned over. When we reflect an object, this is also known as a transformation. We are changing the shape in some way. Another type of transformation you've learnt about already in Year 5 is known as a translation. However, when we reflect a shape, the shape does not change. So this reflected shape stays a right-angled triangle. It also does not increase or decrease in size. Now when we reflect a shape in a mirror line, the mirror line could be vertical, as shown here, or it could be horizontal. Mirror lines can also be diagonal, and we can see some diagonal mirror lines shown here. So here we have a 6-sided shape, a hexagon, an L shape. And different children have been asked to reflect this shape in the mirror line that you can see here. So let's see how they got on. So the first child has reflected the shape and it stayed the same shape, so it's still an L shape. It's also the same size, however, they are incorrect. So can you think about what mistake has the first child made? That's right, they didn't flip or turn the shape over. All they've done is just slid the shape along. So what they've actually done here is they have performed a translation, not a reflection. Let's see if the second child has done any better. So if we put the original shape in its position, we can see here that the second child has correctly flipped or turned the shape over. So they've done that part correctly. However, if we look at this vertex here, we can see that on the original shape, it's 1 away from the mirror line, but on the reflected image, the same vertex is now 1, 2 away from the mirror line. So this was a good try, but it's still not correct. Let's see if the final child got it correct. So here we can see, here's the original object. The child has remembered to flip the shape, and they've also got it, the vertices the same distance away from the mirror line. So they've flipped it and drawn it in the correct position. Well done. Now let's have a look at this right angled triangle that you can see here. Now we could use a mirror, and you might use a mirror at school to help you, but if you haven't got a mirror, we're going to use the counting method instead. So we're reflecting the original object in this horizontal mirror line. So if I just get my copy of that and pop it there so you can see it's there. Okay, so all we need to do first is mark each vertex, each corner. So I'm just going to do that. And then we need to look at each vertex in turn. All you need to complete this task, by the way, is just a ruler and a pencil. So if we look at this vertex, we can see that it is touching the horizontal mirror line. So it's going to be touching on the opposite side because it's going to be the same distance away. This vertex is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away from the mirror line. So it's also going to be reflected 6 away from the mirror line in the image. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be there. Make sure that it is on the same line as the original vertex. So it's perpendicular to the mirror line. So not over here or over here. It needs to be here. Now the final vertex, if we start from the mirror line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we just record it with a dot. And all we need to do is just join up all the vertices. And if I just show you that by using the actual shape, we just flip it over and we can see where the image is. Let's have a go at another shape, a bit more complicated this time. So here, this object, we have an octagon. So we have an 8-sided 2D shape. So using the same method, I'm just going to put a dot and mark out all the vertices. And then I'm going to use the same process as before. I'm just going to reflect it on the opposite side. So this vertex here is 1, 2 away. So I'm going to reflect it on the same line, 1, 2 away, and just record it. This one here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. So on the other side, it's going to be the same distance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just record it. I'm just going to tick it so I know that I've done that one. And then this one, 1, 2 away on the same line, 1, 2, you can see it goes there. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4 away, 1, 2, 3, 4, just record with a dot. So we've done that one and that one. Let's look at this one, 1, 2 away, 1, 2 for the image, and then again, 1, 2. So 1, 2 squares away. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4 away, 1, 2, 3, 4 away. Just record with a dot. So the final vertex we have to do is this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the reflected vertex is going to be the same distance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then all we need to do again is just use our ruler to be accurate, and we can join them up. So we're joining all the vertices up, and we should get the octagon image reflected. Okay, there we have it. So if we just look at that using the shape, and you can see how it is flipped over. So we haven't translated it, we have reflected it. let's just have a look at one more. So this time we've got another triangle, and we are going to use exactly the same process. So this vertex is touching the mirror line, so it's going to be touching the mirror line. Okay, so this vertex here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away, so it's also going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. And just check that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the final vertex is this one, 1, 2, 3 away, so 1, 2, 3 away. And then all we need to do again is just join up accurately all the vertices that we've drawn. Okay, and we can just look at that. We can see, if we just hold it there, that it has reflected, it has flipped or turned over. Okay, now if we just have a quick look at the activities in your home learning pack, the first activity is simply reflecting triangles in vertical and horizontal mirror lines. So we've covered that, so that should be okay. And then the final activity, you are reflecting these shapes here in the y-axis. So it's exactly the same as what we've done before, except this time it's just recorded on a coordinates grid. This helps with work in year 6, where you'll be asked to reflect coordinates. And then finally, if you have any questions about what I've covered in this video, then please use this email, year5@webster.manchester@sch.uk, and someone will get back to you and answer your question. Take care.